We're just coming into week 5 of pre-season now. We've gone through 4 weeks of hard training to get us to this point. Guys had a bit of a break at the back end of last week and the initial part of this week. And this week always culminates with the returning of the international players who come back in from the Irish camp. So this particular week starts much like what pre-season week 1 did for the guys who were here the whole time. A little bit of testing on the guys who've just come in and a little bit of retesting on the guys who are here since the beginning. We had testing on the neck, as well as testing on the hamstring and testing on the groin. The hamstring test was done as part of a protocol with the RFU, using the NORD board, an assessment of hamstring stress and loading for all of our players currently with us. Groin bar, a similar idea, we were using that testing as well for the groin, and then as well as that we had neck testing, particularly a big emphasis for us this year in assessing and screening the guys. They had neck testing with all the physios, and then they came and joined us with the S&C department, and we went through some single leg jumping profiling of all our group and a retest of those guys who were here since week 1. So a slight change in the focus, I guess, for the groups who are moving from week 1 to week 4, this second part of the pre-season now. While the first part was initially hypertrophy and strength, absolute strength, we'll quickly move on to, while we'll maintain strength, there'll be less of a focus on hypertrophy, more of a power development section to the strength program in the gym. That'll be noticeable in some of the change to the lifts, slight tweaks to the sessions that we have to focus on more power development exercises. But because it's still pre-season, it is really our only prime opportunity to work on absolute strength for a lot of our players, and that is such a key element of a rugby game that we really try to maximise the amount of time that we have in pre-season to work on those key qualities while we have the time. Obviously, just over the horizon is the season itself, but just slightly before that will be the pre-season game. So most of our training sessions integrate conditioning and a huge amount of rugby within those. So the big focus now is pushing and just, I guess, narrowing the sights in to see that those are games coming just on the horizon, and we will detail our training respectively for those coming along. So while we're training at the moment to get the biggest emphasis on physical development for our players, it is pre-season after all, the focus just shifts slightly now to looking at those games and honing a bit more the tactical, technical element of the team rather than just the raw conditioning that would have occurred. So the challenge for the guys who are returning is they need to bring their intensity level to the level that the guys who have already down pat 4 weeks, they need to bring their level to that, not let the other guys fall back to their level as they return.